We just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob, and this video, if you saw the title, then you know what this video is. 57 months. We're taking it to a whole new level this time. Last time we did March of the King, it was one movie a week reviewed for so many weeks leading up to the movie. It was a great success. A lot of you guys like that. So what could we possibly do to hold ourselves over to the new Godzilla movie? Well, we could watch Godzilla 2014 a billion times, but as much as we're fans, we might pop that movie in once or twice over the course of the next year. You know, when the DVD first comes out, we're all going to go crazy watching it for at least 6 or 7 or 8 times a day, maybe. But it's going to wear thin. It's going to be something that will just pop in once in a while after about 6 or 7 months. Then we have the game, but once you unlock everything, once you beat everything, the game will run itself. You know, you'll pop it in every now and then, but other games will come out that will draw your attention. So what could we possibly do to get our fix? Well, you got Pacific Rim 2 coming out. We got Skull Island. Oh, but you know, there has to be some level of consistency. So here's Rob with his 57-month marathon up until June of 2018. So a little bit different from the regular March of the King. I'm not going to be doing this weekly. It's going to be a monthly thing. Depending on what the topic is for that given month, we might do more than one videos. This month, the first month, probably going to have more than one video because this is a very interesting topic that I knew I wanted to do right away. A couple of people actually suggested this, so we were all on the same wavelength in terms of thought, which is monsters that never made it on film, or they were lost projects, or they were video game monsters that just never made it to the movies. And there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. I've picked a couple of them, but I want to start with one that I don't think anyone knows about. And there's really no information on it except that it was a lost project from Toho. And I'm sure if I dig deep enough, I can find something, but it's going to require quite some time. So if you guys haven't heard of this, then this will be something good for you to look up and then get back to me with. Okay, so I went and I put in Google, I said list of kaiju. That's it. I want a list of all the kaijus ever known to man. And I went down to Toho and I went through their list of lost projects. And, you know, we all know about some, like, you know, like Ghost Godzilla and stuff like that. We've heard of Ghost Godzilla. At least I have. I don't know if, you know, anybody. That probably is what adopted GMK or vice versa. But I saw one that was very interesting that said Star Godzilla. Star Godzilla. Now, maybe Star Godzilla became Space Godzilla. But could you imagine Star Godzilla? I mean, this is like a Godzilla that I guess would have some sort of ultimate radiation. I mean, you're talking about a star, which is basically the sun. Could you imagine a Godzilla powered by the sun? And not like Superman where that, you know, I'm talking like his whole entity is that of the sun. When he breathes his breath, it's like sun radiation. It's not man-made radiation. I mean, that is crazy. Could you imagine the kind of destruction that kind of Godzilla, and what would he look like? You know, would he look like burning Godzilla, only he doesn't melt down, he just stays looking like that? Would he have like an orangish? I mean, it would just be sick. And when I saw that on the list, I'm like, wow, a Star Godzilla, man, that would be, I mean, I can understand why they scratched it, you know, and like I said, I don't know the whole history behind it. All I know is that there was a project they were working on called Star Godzilla and they got scrapped. I don't know any information. It probably never even came up with a script or anything. And I don't know when it happened. I don't know when they wrote it or when they came up with the idea or whatever. But whatever the case may be, Star Godzilla. You know, and I mean, if he wasn't powerful enough with the whole red beam now and all this stuff, I mean, could you imagine? I mean, this guy's running through I mean, everything he steps on melts, just kind of evaporates. People just burn being near him. Yeah, and maybe that's another reason they scrapped him. Maybe it's just too overpowering. There's no way to stop that. Even dumping a big bucket of water would just evaporate. You know, the other thing too is that maybe it's not something that is affected like on the exterior. Maybe he looks like regular Godzilla. Maybe everything about him is like normal Godzilla, but the only difference is when he breathes his breath, it's like an intense radiation that is like from the sun. Like, so, like he breathes solar flares. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't breathe atomic breath anymore. Now it's solar flares that he's breathing out. But which, I mean, obviously, what could stand that? I mean, anything that goes relatively even close to the sun gets burned, let alone being hit by what actually is on the surface of the sun. Although the sun doesn't have a surface, it's just one big mass of solar, I guess, if you want to put it that way. But yeah, man, I mean, so when I saw it on the list, I said, wow, Star Godzilla. So, what do you guys think? What would you imagine Star Godzilla being like? Do you think he would be something that has physical attributes of the sun in terms of how he looks and what comes off his body? Do you think he would look like a normal Godzilla but just shoot like solar flares out of his mouth? Do you think it was a good idea that they scratched this, or would you have liked to have seen a solar powered Godzilla, not human radiation? So I'm talking solar powered, solar radiation. Which, I mean, I'm not scientist, but I'm sure that there is a difference between the radiation on the sun and the radiation that's here on Earth. So yeah, so that's it. I mean, we're gonna talk some more monsters that never made the cut. Some ideas that were tossed up in the air but never surfaced or manifested into anything. And we'll do that next week when we were going to talk about Mecha Mothra. Yes, Mecha Mothra. We'll discuss him, or her rather, next week in the next March of the King 2 Godzilla video. This is Rob signing off for ETN, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching ETN. Don't forget to subscribe and join the Nation Facebook page. You're watching ETN, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob, and this video, if you saw the title, then you know what this video is. 57 months. We're taking it to a whole new level this time. Last time we did March of the King, it was one movie a week reviewed for so many weeks leading up to the movie. It was a great success. A lot of you guys like that. So what could we possibly do to hold ourselves over till the new Godzilla movie? Well, we could watch Godzilla 2014 a billion times, but as much as we're fans, we